How are you guys today? What we're going to do today is we are going to taper a leg like this. Going to clean it all up with hand planes. Going to mill it down on the bandsaw using two power tools, bandsaw and the radial arm saw to square it up and taper it, and then we're going to clean it up and smooth it all with a hand plane. And so what we're going to do to start on this is we're going to step over here to the radial arm saw, and we've got to square this up on the end, because we've put this blank through the planer already, been planed and jointed perfectly square. So now we just need to make the end square as well. So there we go. As you can see, I think it's a nice, smooth, square end. Let me just step right back over here. And this table has to be 30 inches tall, which is standard height for a table. And it's spec to have a 1 3/4 inch thick top, which means we've got to shorten our legs from 30 inches down to 28 1/4, or just a frog's hair over. If we do that, that gives us the ability to then shorten them if need be. Gives us a little work. Always err on just a hair on the side of caution. As you can see what I'm doing, I'm just putting a square line all the way around this piece. That way when I take it back to the radial arm to cut it to length, no matter which way I flip it, I've got a nice square reference line. So back over here we go. And we'll just line this up. Line it up with the inside of the teeth. Line it up. That's all squared up. Now we come back over here and we mark out the taper. Come on back to that. First thing to do when you're laying out a table leg is you look at it and you figure out which part you want. If there's any parts you want to hide, they've got to go up and inside. It's like right here. Now this could be milled off, so that doesn't matter. But I think this is going to be the top. So what we're going to do, we grab our handy dandy folding ruler, and because I'm right-handed, I tend to work from this end of the bench. And you pull down 4 inches, like so, and you proceed to just square that line all the way around the leg, because this is your reference mark. It'll be used not only during the layout, but it'll also be used when we're planing and smoothing everything up to make sure we don't extend the taper too far up the piece of wood. So now we reach down in here, we grab our favorite old friend, a straight edge. Just happens to be a cheap yardstick. We measure in, because these are supposed to taper a total of 1 inch, and they taper on all 4 sides. So we measure in a 1/2 inch on each side. And then you line that up, the mark we just put there, with the end of the taper up here. Just using your thumb to get it flush. And that would be my son working in the background again. And so what we do is you turn it 90 degrees and you repeat that measurement. And you don't have to lay it out on all four sides. That's just a waste of time. And you'll see why in just a second. Take this. Again, extend this line all the way up the leg. And you don't want to push against the your straight edge too hard, because you'll move it and then things get all wonky. There we go. That layout's done. Now we step over to the bandsaw. What we're going to do here is we're going to slice the bottom off and the top off, and then we reassemble it, and then we cut the top ones. So we'll do that next time, and I look forward to seeing you come back and take a look at the next installment. Thanks for joining us today.